everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a daily reading from the beautiful Sedona, Arizona, and I am currently sitting in the middle of airport vortex. So let's see what our ancient ancestors, the Native American, our elders, our tribe has to say for us today. Okay, just get us all set up here. All right, here we go. So I already did a pre-shuffle. Oops. But I'm going to do a quick one for you guys. Okay.
Honestly, looks like an old rapper, chorizo. Take care.
Take care. Bye, guys. Okay. We've got frog prints. Okay. Time for a change. Learn something new. Awesome. Use technology, gadgets, wisdom. All right. And we do one more. Honey badger. All right, guys. So, well, we received Frog Princess the other day. So that's popping up again. So it's almost telling you that you really need to focus on listening. You know, we always want to talk, we want to get our stories out. But sometimes we got to listen to other people's stories. And when we listen, there are messages in every conversation that you have. Whatever meaningless conversation you think you're having has meaning. So listening is great. And Poe, this is always telling me, you know, when I see the time, it's like time is changing. It is no longer going to be perceived the way we were perceiving it here in the third dimension. And it's also a moment for you to learn something new, take a class. And honey badger is fierce and ferocious, and nobody tells honey badger what to do. Okay, so this is kind of like almost conflicting a little bit because honey badger doesn't like to be told what to do. But, you know, sometimes you have to listen. So let's get to Frog Princess 21. Okay, so we often believe we know much more than we truly do. There is always a time when the right thing to acknowledge is, I do not know. There is no shame in that, or in having a strong, resilient, and rather undercover advisor who hides her credentials. Your advisor will not necessarily wear a suit or have the robes of a guru, but she will be able to clarify things for you right away. At this time, release your attachment to your own intuition. No matter how exalted and wise you are said to be, you must listen to advice from a wise or somewhat unexpected source. And Frog Princess speaks. No matter how well informed or educated I am, I know it always serves me to heed wise counsel. Therefore, I have sent you my own wise advisor, this handsome green frog. Most people have an agenda, and many times they are not open about what they desire. Instead, they will tell you why what they want you to do is good for you. It is good for them too. And the Counselor Frog will, like Merlin to Arthur, tell you what is really going on and offer you truly healthy advice that has your best interests at heart. Look out for the color green and notice if it rains. There are signs he is with you. And I just, before this reading, when we were driving up here, we stopped to get something at Whole Foods, and there was a big Merlin statue that I took a photo of. So I'll include the photo at the end of the video. Or in the video, if I could splice this thing together. And the divination is, it is not time to do what your heart, mind, or any other part of yourself tells you to do. It is time to listen to what an established authority has to tell you. No matter how much people try to persuade you that you know best, and no matter how much you believe that, the frog appearing to you here tells you that there is wise counsel around, and it is worth staying quiet, listening to what is suggested by others, then talking it through with a trusted advisor. It is not the time to think it over yourself, because you are missing a very important point, and there is something you are not seeing clearly. The more you listen, the more productive, healthy, and true your actions will be. It does not matter what you think you know. There is more to learn. Listen to wise counsel, no matter how important you are. Listening. So, the throat chakra is speaking, right? It's communicating. But what is communicating? Communicating is also listening to the other person speak. You're communing back and forth. So sometimes we will have an overactive or underactive depending on our level of listening in a conversation. If we are not listening, we are not communicating, correct? So listen from your heart. The green is always heart chakra energy. So it's asking you to listen from your heart when you are hearing a person speak. Really listen to what they're saying. Don't listen to answer, but listen to listen. Sometimes we listen and we want to interject what we have to say instead of actually listening to what's being said. Because 3 is about communication. And the Frog Prince, that's, that project that we've been lovingly overseeing, that we didn't have much hope for, is now coming to fruition and turning into this amazing prince or princess. Okay, we're going to move on to number 4. 7 is all about truth. So, once again, communicating your truth. 9 is humanitarianism. Okay, number 1 is new beginnings. So let's go to number 7, Po. Po. So, tick-tock, times are changing, and I know you too will change with the times, and yet remain entirely yourself. You will be at once of the ancient past and of the new world that is coming swift as the train that steamed toward me, making me gasp in wonder. Plan carefully, knowing that when you choose to make use of the new technologies, it will be fearlessly, gracefully, and with integrity. All that changes can be put to a wholesome good and sacred use. The destructive capability of industrialization and pollution and mechanism is one you understand too well. But you also know that some of the changes, too, to choose from can be used for good, not evil. It is time for you to discerningly embrace the technologies that will allow you to realize your dreams. And divination message. We are moving from an industrial world to a post-industrial world, where the nature of time, the way in which we interact with nature, and the way we live with technology we have created will shape us all today. So think of what your relationship with technology is. Is it sacred? Are there sacred purposes to which this new tool can be put? If you feel intimidated by technology, choose one area about which you would like to learn. You may wish to be more disciplined about your time spent online, and you may notice you have a talent for technology, for developing communication tools that link people and help us all develop communities for the highest good of all. You may soon become very adept at setting up websites, or find you love dabbling in web design, writing software, creating digital art, or posting movies you've made. You may wish to upload performances on the internet to introduce a wider audience to your skills and talents. You may also notice how people today have come to use the internet as a weapon, to bully and harm others, and choose never to use technology in this way. You may have a gift for concept development and have brilliant ideas for new technologies for the future. Whatever it is the right time to truly work with technology in ways that will assist not only you, but other beings too. Very awesome. And it's about seeing the truth behind the technology. Sometimes it's almost like Terminator. Everybody's afraid that the AIs are going to take over, but it's about having no fear. So you're putting that fear that's going to happen, and we create our realities. So it's about being neutral in that position. Yeah, you can show concern, but leave the fear out the door. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 19, 1. Okay. So we're going to honey badger, because honey badger don't give a F. Honey badger's fierce. It's time to access your personal power and advocate for yourself and your life direction. Honey Badger urges you to assert your power and break through your personal boundaries. It's possible to reclaim your fierce energy and use your assertiveness to create and protect what you have manifested. Honey Badger stands his ground and does not back down to naysayers who doubt his personal power. As a skilled digger, dig! That popped up in yesterday's reading too. Honey Badger signals that you may need to dig deeper within to reach the solution for challenge or tasks. Access the innate characteristics that Honey Badger shares with you while standing by your truth and integrity. Both of these are mirrors. Honey Badger and Poe. It's really saying this new earth is all about integrity and truth. So however you speak your truth, however you communicate, it is key to do it with integrity. Be fierce. Be tactful. And I forgot to do one thing, and that's the song. I will include that at the end of the video, and if I get any messages, I will also add this to the end of the video. So be back in a bit.